Bring in Paul Ejime in Lagos, in Nigeria, a global affairs analyst and a consultant on governance communications. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, Paul. How damaging then is this for West Africa, and what action do you think the bloc, the ECOWAS bloc, will take?
Thank you for having me. It has economic, political, security implications for the region of 15 countries that are now will become 12 if the three manages to leave. Because these are landlocked countries, and the 15 are actually where you have some of the poorest countries in the world, and that depend on foreign aid and development support for their budgets. And they're also dealing with insecurity, like I said. And ECOWAS had managed to, in the name of integration, has brought some benefit, like free movement, that allows people from different countries to go to a different country that is not their own for 90 days without visa, a free visa thing. And they have also attracted some economic benefits for every members. Right, instead of any member standing alone. So it's going to impact on that. Remember, terrorism and all the jihadist separatist movements and all the armed conflicts that is going on. So it's going to affect if one country, if as a group, ECOWAS cannot fight this insurrection, you will imagine what they will do when they are less in number, or what three countries will do in dealing with a problem that has actually not been able to be solved by 15 countries.
Well, Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso have all quoted or have referred to terrorism and extremism as the main problem. I mean, what effect will it have that many of them want to turn their back on France and perhaps look towards Russia instead?
It could have, some impacts. It remains to be seen whether Russia will do a better job than France has been doing, and all the European countries. Remember, it wasn't just France. You had American troops there, Canadian, and all that. But the point really is, were these countries, in the name of support, actually fighting terrorism or insurrection, or they were out there furthering their own nests, fighting for their own national interests? That is another, the jury is still out on that. But whether also the three regimes, by the way, who are the people fighting the terrorists? It is the military. And if the military, maybe under civilian regime, had not done it, will they be able to do it under military leadership? And the other thing is that the junta, they have given themselves long transition periods, meaning that also allows them to participate in transition election, which means that we might find some of them just changing their military uniform to become a civilian administration. So it might become deja vu or plus that stands plus, or I mean the shows, like the French will say, the more things change, the more they remain the same. So I think there is a benefit and advantage in working together in unity rather than in silos.
Sure, and briefly, Paul, we've just been speaking about the international reach of France, its influence as a colonial power in many parts of the continent. Certainly those three countries, Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, they were all suggesting that ECOWAS was being manipulated by France. Was there any basis for that accusation?
Perhaps there could be. But the point is, if you say they are being manipulated by France, what will Russia be doing to them? You can't replace one colonial, or power with another one. That is the issue. So I hope they are not just using that as an excuse. Of course, the role of France has come under question. You find the anti-French sentiments across the region. I think that is what the military rulers are riding on, the popular movement against France. But it's not they are doing. It is the citizens that are suffering the hardship, the fact that the presence of France has not helped the common people. Instead, in fact, they have become impoverished. France even realizes that and is talking about recalibrating his relations with these countries. It might be too late, but there is also the need to also actually look at, review the relationship between African countries and their foreign partners. France inclusive, US, NATO, even Russia and China. So it's not limited to just France.
Paul, we thank you very much indeed for your analysis there. Paul Ejime joining us from Lagos.